Okay, so now I'm fishing the wires through the hole, so I'm going to get closer so you can see what I'm doing here, right? So I've got the red wire in there, but I don't have the green wire in there, so let's put the green wire in there. And there should be plenty of room because, remember, again, I did something much bigger than what I absolutely had to have in 0.07, and these are 0.1018, so 18 thousandths. There you go. All right. Let's see if we can get it on the other. Oh, look, I can't even see it on the other side. So this is going to be a challenge, right, to be able to get a hold of it on the other side. But you get the idea. Got to straighten the green wire out so I can push on it. Oh. All right, be back in a second. Alrighty then, so I've got it installed and got the wire coming through this side, so I'm just going to pull on a little bit and get it down to where I want it. All right, I'm going to bring it around here, and eventually, right, somebody's going to put a light there. We're going to put this light, just kind of leave it dangle there, and we're going to hook it up so that whoever actually invariably will install it, right, we'll know that it works and that we have a light there. So we're going to leave it like that for the moment and get back to wiring. So while I'm at it and while I've got the drill, I'm going to go ahead and bore 2 holes for the rear light. I'm going to put one close here. You can see I've already got it started. And then I'm going to put another one in the back of the headlight. That's typically, or the tail light here, the backup light. That's typically where it would go. So I'm going to work on that. I don't have any side pieces here. I might come up with some numbers. Definitely a lens that we need to put in there, but let's get the light put in first. So this is the kind of thing that happens. Hand drill, and I broke the drill off. And I broke the drill, I had to drill down through the platform here, and then I was drilling through the top piece here, it broke off. Now, it's not unusual for drills to break, especially when you're doing it through brass. In this, you might say, well, why didn't I use a Dremel? And the answer is I got a really nice Dremel, but 2 things. First of all, the speed is too high, even at its lowest setting. And the other thing is that the collet that's in here is not small enough to accept that bit. Now, believe it or not, I've got other bits, other collets, just so that I can do this, but and it's been a real problem because they don't have a 0. So if you open this up, this goes down to 0. In other words, no matter how, you can't get a small enough drill to go in there. The Dremel tool doesn't have it, and this collet doesn't fit the Dremel. So I guess I could manufacture one. But in any case, I've broken this drill off. Now I got a problem, because now this is hardened steel that's used specifically for for bits, for metal bits, and I got to get that out. Not sure I'm going to do that because I can't even get to it from back here. All right, so let me think about it. I may just have to drill another hole right beside it. Okay, so I broke a second drill off, and these drills that I've got here are specially made for doing circuit board stuff and for machines. And so I'm going to try to find one in here that's close enough. I think the purple size is about the right size. And I've got several of the purple colored. Now the purple colored means that it's a a particular size, and some of them it's got it printed on there. I don't see it printed on there, but anyways, these are made specifically for machine bits, and are fairly small, but they are extremely hard, which means again that they're very, very brittle. Yeah, here's one that says 0.035, so you know that's about where we were. I think we were at 21, but even so, a hole that size is not going to matter in what we're doing. I want to make it as small as possible, but this is becoming a problem. All right, be right back. So these small drills are not working. I broke 3 of them off. I've got 2 holes started, and both of them now have drills in it. So I need to make a bigger hole. I need to use a stiffer drill. I actually was able to get a hole in the back. I don't know if you can see it down there at the bottom, but so I've got the casting itself drilled out, but of course it's made of casting metal, sometimes brass, but this brass here is pretty tough. Might even be, no, it's still brass, but I have to keep working on it until I get a hole through there. I can't do anything until I do that. So be right back. I'm going to keep trying. Well, I did it. I'm all the way through, and I didn't break this one off, so we're in good shape here. So now it's time to run the wires. So let me get a LED ready. So I'm going to test an LED before I put it in there and get the wires running. I'm going to have to fish it now this way through this hole. So that's going to be a challenge because I got this much to fish. All right, be back when I get it done. Okay, so I've pretty much got the decoder wired. You can see it here with to this 6-pin connector. And go in just a little bit here so you can see it. 6-pin connector, so move it in the frame. There we go. And this 6-pin connector connected to this one. Obviously this goes this way, okay? And white to white, right? And if we use our diagram here, right? Here's the engine on this side and the socket on this side. White is on the bottom here, so turn this over like this, right? Turn this direction, so white and white match up. All right, so we've got pretty much all of these wired in. I don't want to stuff it yet because I want to test it before I do that. I'm going to cover all of these pigtails. I'm going to cover them with shrink tube, right? But we got the backlight wired. We're now ready to wire the front to the engine, okay, and wire that connector up. So got to figure out which one is orange and which one is gray, and put those on the motor first, and then that will determine how much wire we have here. So had to fish it around underneath the flywheel, right? We don't want it to be over top of the flywheel or around the flywheel. If we had done this early on, we could still do this if we have a problem, but take the motor out and actually put the wires under the motor. But there was a wire way through here all the way up right in front of the gearbox right there. So that's going to be pretty cool. Just bring those wires around and touch here and here. I have to have some place to connect to the frame. So the white wire goes to the frame somewhere. So we're going to find a screw maybe, either in the front or back up in here somewhere, but hopefully somewhere close, and we're going to find a screw and wrap that around that screw, and that's where we're going to do our pickup from that frame. And then the wires that are coming from the engine, we still have to fish those out. We got a light now, and I've put the first coat of paint on it for the gold, and we need to put the LED in that and mount that, and then we'll be ready to pull the wires back through there. And then I might even put another 2-pin connector on there just for the light. We'll see how that goes. All right, be back in a little bit. Okay then, so we're all wired up and we're ready to test. I need to get the test bench ready, but got everything wired up except for the wires to the front headlight. Front headlight's in. We've got some special stuff here. The testers, clear cements parts and window maker, and we're going to make a lens with that. So you're going to see that right there. We need to make some number boards. We did the same thing on the back of the tender, so got something started for that for a lens. Don't want to stuff this in here yet. We've got a lot of stuffing to do, but I want to make sure that I test everything out before I stuff it and lock it up. That's going to be difficult because this tender is not going to move, and we need the engine to move, so we're going to have to put it on dollies, and we'll work that out. I need to get power, and I need to get LocoNet here on the bench. So let me work that out.